very much for a very interesting topic. Having had 2 or 3 volunteers for the same question is a good indication that the topic has picked up really, really very well done. Thank you very much. You explained all the question, all the rules, that there will be voting. You might indicate that there will be a small prize so that the people would be really earning to go on the stage and take this prize afterwards. That's good. A little bit 2 suggestions. First of all, your beginning of this table topic session, you told about one friend from Dnipro, one from another. You could have done this story more entertaining, you know, because I have one friend there and one friend here. Okay, every one of us does. Maybe some small stories that could, you know, draw some attention to the audience or some mystery, what's going on over there, just at the work for the beginning. Then the next thing, you better sit over there, because you were sitting on this chair and almost all participants, even very experienced ones, were looking at you almost all the time. And you were of course it was good looking at you because you were all, you know, the answers were good and you were sitting practically on the stage and you were like, wow, what are you telling? And of course people would like to look at those kind of people, you know, who appreciate it. So next time, just in the audience so that people could move around and look in everywhere. Thank you very much. Okay, Yura, the burden of the well-known Toastmasters is following you everywhere in table topic sessions. So the question was about how did you meet your best friend. Okay, good. Yura knows when he starts the story, then he knows, oh, I know the better story, I better switch into that one. So this is the case you could use too. So that was good. The savor of the drunken man. That was also a good story. What I'd like you to maybe to improve, make a pause at the beginning, as Timur told us today. So because you rushed in and maybe because of that, you started with one story and then you need to switch into another. And the story about Polina, your spouse, and then, as a best friend, you met at Halloween. Tell this story and proceed with this. Try next time, you know, maybe not to change the stories, but to proceed with the one you've picked up. It would be better. More eye contact on the table master, but it was done mostly by many people. Okay, then it was our guest Igor. Igor, the aim here is to have fun, so it's not a case of Mondays. It's just to feel good on the stage, no matter whether you are new to here or you don't know a question or you know a question. So forget about it, and you did very well. First of all, you did for the whole 2 minutes. You know, we have guests who say, okay, 30 seconds and I'm done. So no, you patiently waited for this red signal. That is very good for you. Good story. More about this music case, because I was looking to hear the end of the story. It was very interesting. You know, do not judge me. Next time, you just get this speech and then see whether people judge you. That would be the answer to your question. You know, not the question first, but just go on with the story. No, you know, I do not know English or something else. Your English is good, so go on. Thank you very much. Then Vasil. Excellent. I really like it. I even do not have suggestions today for you, because I like how you start. What is the distance? That is a very good also trick for, and we haven't used it very often. So because for different people, the meaning of the distance could be different. And so Vasil started to draw his attention to this, and it was very excellent done. So what is 1 meter, 1 kilometer, 1,000 kilometers? And you ended up this story of your conversation perfectly, so with a good conclusion. Thank you very much for it. And Olga, you volunteered, which was very good. Good conclusion, good story, I like it very much. What I would suggest you, maybe you have a good very conclusion. You often do not speak with people so often just because of the distance, but still they can help you. And then you switch to these badasses, and I can't understand them, frankly speaking. So you might have ended on this. It was the perfect ending. You know, you were talking about this man who would drive for 1,000 kilometers just to meet you. Just that was a perfect ending. So you might not go on. No, the moments were good. The scene was with your hair very often. Very often it should be here. No, I'm more beauty with my hand over something like this. It's all that happened all the time with girls. We girls, especially with long hairs, you know, we start doing something with it. We watch also. Sometimes is this everything? So put everything off if it distracts you. That would be advice for you.
The hair?
Graham. No, the hair. A hair you could put also in a bun. Graham, lying on the floor is, everyone loves it. Every time it is done, everyone loves something unexpected going on the stage, and Graham done beautifully with it. I like your conclusions, like voice of curiosity versus voice of authority, so how you shape the language, how you present it to us. Also, more looks at Toastmaster, but Toastmaster was very engaged into the story. Of course, you can't omit looking at her. This is one more my suggestion to you. Male and female for Inessa. And what I like about you, you bring up a good psychological question. So why one people break up their relationship and stay friends, and others just forget that it's the other person. That was very good. And you explained the ways of thinking it. One more thing, use more space. You stayed only in one place. Just no moves at all. And sometimes it was a look as if you were thinking very deep into yourself. And so the eyes were like, they're somewhere over there, and so you were thinking inside your head. So just more to people, and moving on the stage will help you with it. Mike. Of course, my friend, good humor, 20 years, for someone is a day, for someone is a long period of time, and most friends are dead. Very optimistic. Okay, the only thing that I would suggest you, you were talking a lot about good quality of your friends, but what about you? Tell us about your good qualities while on this trip. We would like to hear about them, because Mike told she was a very useful friend. Of course, she was, Mike. She took all the care to the carriage and planes and arrivals. What you brought to this trip? That would be very interesting. Maybe telling some stories or some sense of humor, so that would be like to add up to this story. Irina, of course, if we do not have some, and it is also a good strategy to tell, and if we do not have our personal stories, every time we could tell a story of our friends or our relatives, and that was a perfect story for you to answer on this question. I love it. Over here in this conversation, this very touching moment, and what I would like to recommend you, of course, I'd like to hear the recipe of the long friendship. That would be excellent. And a little bit more crutch words at the beginning, so they were a little bit distracting. So, now to the winner of the table topic session.